robust urban garlic flavor. I don't have time to do this kind of stuff off stream because I stream so much. If I didn't do this tonight as a stream, I don't know when I would do it. As we chill and do this, if you guys would like to contribute, thank you. I need money, money, money. If I see the tip, which I already got one, I'm going to shout out in a second. I'll shout it out. I got another $1.11 tip. Thanks for $1.11. I'm not going to read dollar tips like this anymore. It's too much. It's a waste of my time. Sorry. I'm building a chair. If you want me to actually pay attention to you, you got to do something that's significant that I'm not like killing myself to read a buck. Really, out of all this, it's about 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 bucks of support. All right. I'm not complaining at all. We'll see. Oh, look, under penalty of law, don't remove this tag. Under penalty of law, never remove this. That one won't tear off. No, that one won't tear off. I'm gonna have to cut it. The Corsair website has the assembly instructions. That's great. It's too bad that I'm sitting on the floor and I'm not on the Corsair website. I could try to use my phone, but I can't see my phone well. Thanks for $2. It says here for the inevitable rage. Yeah, it's already gonna start. I'm gonna start raging right now. Oh, look, idiots are all getting banned right now. Y'all enjoying your bans? There'll be no delay. Look, oh look, every one of you. I just banned like 15 people, idiots. All right. Anyway, let's continue with the chair bill. And everything in this house I built myself. Dunsfelter, please ban everyone who's referencing detractor stuff. As you can see, they're all doing it right now again. Just ban them. No, you're not getting them banned. This is how you get taught your lesson. And don't ask to come back either. I don't want you back. Oh yeah, this is broken.
So something must have clicked with Phil where he remembered that season of giving to Phil is the month of Philcember, so he's back to begging for it real hard. Let's get into it.
And I certainly hope that for everyone, newcomers and relatively long-time viewers as well, that you all feel like everything's been better this last week, right? It's now been over a week since the asmongold interview, and I've made a concerted effort to change for the better. Overall, what do you guys think? I want to ask you, what do you guys think of the last week? Have you liked everything that's happened? Have you liked the changes and the improvements? I think you know what I'm talking about. Not only am I talking about, hey, listening to feedback, doing things on the fly, trying new games, but I'm also talking about I don't ask for contributions anymore. At all. I haven't asked for a single contribution since I got off the interview with asmongold.
Well, that's not really true. There's been plenty of sneak begging, but come on, man. You were told not to bring up contributions whatsoever, and yet here you are saying, oh, are you okay with me not begging and demanding you for money? Like, what is this?
And things have been absolutely stellar. So, what do you think of the changes? It's been great and positive. A chill-tastic week. It's been great. I love you, brother. Yes, it's much better. And then you get, here's the contrast. That was all from YouTube. Here's the kick chat. I don't like the lack of songs and rewards. What are you talking about?
You were giving people a stupid review show with food that nobody really cared about and stupid silly dances that nobody really cared about. So yeah, people are kind of annoyed that you're not harping about the clown things all the time and people are just giving you money regardless.
Now guys,
you complained constantly about the music that I played before the stream, saying it was old and the same music over and over. Stop playing it. And you complained about the reward structure, saying you hated the fact that things were tied to financial goals. So I removed the music, and now we're not doing the tiered rewards anymore. Instead, I'm just giving you the rewards. Like today, we're just going to do DSP tries it. I don't like it. I don't care.
Yeah, well, the problem is you've always had that attitude, Phil, to anybody who complains about what you're doing. That's why you just have a bunch of contrarian trolls that are going to tell you the opposite of whatever you want. He's too stupid to use YouTube's copyright-free audio system. Yeah, all the rewards this week have been about him getting money, not about his fans actually getting something, even if something meager and stupid.
How about that? I just don't care. Your opinion is irrelevant. Okay? Good Lord. Anyway. Thank you, Robbie. Robbie says, I came over from asmongold's stream. I enjoy your chill content. It's nice to listen to in the background or at night when I'm winding down. Sounds great. I'm glad to hear that. A lot of people have told me that over the years. All right.
Yeah, a lot of people have told him over the years, hey, I came from asmongold and dump a ton of money on you because I think your content is so awesome. He is scraping the bottom of the barrel in terms of entertainment. There are so many options out there than boring side Phil.
Okay, I'm just going to get rid of this guy too. Really, I'm just going to get rid of the toxic influences from now on. There's no reason to even respond to them, just remove them. Just move on. Enough with the toxic people who are here just to troll. Okay.
But I thought they were giving you ad revenue on Kick for them. You don't need them anymore because all the admin dents are giving you tons of money? Yeah, that's sustainable.
Cross the chart says, well, what's wrong with asking for support?
Nothing, unless you're Phil and do it 500 times a stream and essentially mandate that your audience give you money and whine and complain every single time when you don't get enough.
Well, here's the thing. All right? I never asked for support till I had to. It's true.
He never did until like 2009 when he had to tell you to click on ads. Sure, Phil. Yeah, he never had to ask for support. Okay, yeah. He's always wanted to use his audience as an ATM. He's had PayPal since the beginning of time.
I was a content creator from the year of 2009, or excuse me, 2008, all the way up to 2017. During that time frame, most of everything I did was based on on-demand videos on YouTube. I make the video, you watch it, ads play, that's my living. I actually strongly criticized people who asked for support. I didn't like it. I even said, guys, like there were other content creators at the time, like Angry Joe was one I particularly remember people would bring up. Why don't you stream like Angry Joe? Angry Joe does streams, he monetizes them, he has subs and he has pop-ups and all this. And I said, I don't want to do that. I said, I just want to focus on the gameplay. That's what I'm all about.
I'm just gonna bet that DSP didn't want to do it because he didn't think he was comfortable at it. Once his views dried up and he couldn't really survive on the internet any other way, he decided, hey, I can just stream an ebeg and it's so much easier than actually editing content that people want to see.
And then what happens is it comes back and it bites me in the butt because I'm not thinking forward. I'm not thinking about the future. I'm not thinking that YouTube will ever change, that my channel will decline. I'm just thinking everything's gonna be rainbows and unicorns forever. And then things change. And then all of a sudden my channel gets tampered with. I lose ad revenue. I'm not in the algorithm anymore. YouTube has the adpocalypse. Ads are literally halved the value overnight. All this stuff happens.
Boo-hoo, Phil. You know that's happened to tons of other creators. You know what they do? They reinvent themselves. They innovate. They try new things. Or they go into a different line of employment. You stubbornly sit there and say, hey, I'm going to use my audience like a credit card that I never have to pay back.
And now I find myself in a situation where I look like a jack because I was the guy who always talked, oh, never taking contributions, never asked for them. And now I find myself in the position where I need to do that.
Liar, liar, pants on fire. You said in your first video where you showed your face, hey, if you want to give me a PayPal tip, yeah, that's asking for contributions, Phil. Pretending that you have to coast off of your fans' money is not something that is acceptable, Phil. It's not. You chose to. You weren't forced into doing it.
So I adapted, all right? And I'm very aware that adapting made me a huge hypocrite. Okay, I know that. There's nothing I can really do about that. I just basically opened my mouth. And I shouldn't have. I shouldn't have been criticizing other people for trying to make a living.
Take your stolen credit card.
I shouldn't have. I should have never criticized people for trying to make a living.
The irony, if he was criticizing people, it was for far much less than what he does today. If you went on Phil's stream and told him you made $500 live streaming on one stream while he only made $400 that day, he would be so jealous and so annoyed and so irked, even if the person doesn't even make anything close to that on a regular basis. That's just how Phil sees everything.
That's on me. That was me and my old self being a hater. Right? Dumping on other people on the internet and saying, I don't like how they do it, that's wrong. Only the way that I say goes and is right. No one else has a right to make a living in a way that I don't approve.
What are you talking about? You are absolutely still like that. You call anybody that takes sponsorships a shill because you can't get anybody because the trolls swarm any potential sponsors that you have. You constantly say, oh, I work hard for you. I stream all the time. when I oversaturate your algorithm with garbage. And then you constantly say anybody who has a big following is constantly just praising games because they want the good favor of those corporations. And you're saying that your thoughts are authentic because you're not paid to do it or you're given a game copy. Yeah, sucks to be you, Phil. You are always very hypocritical because you have rules for thee, but not for me.
That was absolutely immature. That was absolutely incorrect. I never should have done it. And I used to do this kind of thing all the time. People would ask me a question about a game like Minecraft, and I'd say, everyone who plays Minecraft is a child. The game is look at those awful graphics. What a joke of a game. Who would play that in their right mind? Then years later, I play Minecraft. I'm like, dude, this game's awesome. I love it. There's crafting. There's survival. There's all this uniqueness, different climates, amazing music and everything. This game is so cool. I'm like, why did I dump on it for so long? Seriously, like, what's my problem?
Phil, you find ways to complain about every single video game you play. This isn't anything new.
But the thing is, what they say is that hindsight is 20/20. That you only see those flaws in your character after they've happened. As they're happening, you don't think you're in the wrong. And that's my problem, is now I'm someone who's had 17 years of track record where I've made different mistakes at different times, and people just like to go back and point at the mistakes.
No, Phil, it's not just that. There's a treasure trove of stuff posted about you daily. The stuff from the past snowballs, and that's why you've accumulated so many people following you and clipping you. But the main issues are very current, and they still continue. You're a professional gaslighter and manipulator, dude.
And there's nothing, hey, all I can do after making those mistakes is change for the better, right? So what ends up happening is now I'm reliant on crowdfunding, people coming and throwing me contributions on a stream to make a living. It's completely different from my previous formula. So now I got to go all in. I got to ask for the subs. I got to ask for the contributions on the streams. And now what happens is people flip on me. People turn on me. But you said you're not supposed to do that. What a hypocrite DSP is for doing that. Like, why would he do that? Well, I had to.
Yeah, you see, Phil refuses to work a 9-to-5. Phil refuses to make supplemental income. Phil refuses to do a call center job. He's above that. Those are jobs for his fans to do so they can pay him so he can sit on his butt and play video games all day. Honestly, he makes content for idiots. I don't know if he actually intends it, but like, you have to be a moron to buy this stuff and to say, oh, I'm gonna give him all my money. So over time, he gets like 999 people that are either bored or leave or laugh at him, and the one person he is seeking out of that 1,000 is the idiot that's going to give him all his money. That's his business model.
If I didn't turn into a full-time live streamer asking for contributions, I would have lost everything. I would have lost my business. I would have lost my home. I would have lost everything that I had.
Once again, you have to be a complete idiot to buy this. Come on. He's acting like the only thing he could have done in his life is do YouTube. Otherwise, he would have been behind bars. Like, really? DSP viewers, can you believe this nonsense? He thinks he's entitled to it. That's the thing. That is the main issue. He thinks that he deserves a living from the internet, whether it's through people watching him or through people paying him a ton of money. He thinks he's the best person in the world and that he can do no wrong and that he is entitled to live while you sit there and pay him all your money. Like, what? No, you're crazy.
So I had to go all the way the other direction, and I get it. I understand why people would be like, well, that's so hypocritical. And basically, we're turning on you now. And I think there was a whole internet movement, anti-DSP, how dare he ask for contributions? I think that's what it was, honestly.
Wow, there's a lot of revisionism here. He's been saying for years this is how you don't play was the start of his decline and how people turned against him. And the reality was that he had trolls even before this is how you don't play got popular, but people have always thought Phil's a jerk, and that's kind of the issue because he's not entertaining, he's just a moocher. And people caught on to that and they're like, I'm not giving this guy my time. No way am I even going to give him my money. Are you kidding me? And he sits there and rests on his laurels on his stupid diehard fans that don't know any better, and they decide to give him their money and waste it on him because he's never going to improve. He's like, oh, I invested in my setup this week. Yeah, it took you over a decade to do it, you dum-dum. I mean, it's better late than never, but seriously, you're all about playing your sweaty men JPEG games instead of actually entertaining people.
You know, to be honest, no, I don't think that actually I asked for insane amounts of contributions any more than other people. I think that what it is people categorize it in a way and say, well, here's a highlight reel of Phil asking for stuff, versus they don't do that with other people, right?
Can you name me one other streamer that daily demands that his audience pays him $300 a day and then makes videos on it every day, tracking their progress on whether they make him money or not? Like, Phil, you are so out of it. Like when you had these talks about, hey, I don't ask for contributions a lot. Yes, you do. You don't realize that because you are not that bright, or you want to pretend your problems are not as big as they are. People don't constantly hound their audience to say, oh, it's been 40 minutes since I had a contribution. No. Wait until the asmongold tourists hear this for the 20th time. They'll be willing to pull their hair out then.
They don't. Also, you got to understand levels of success. I'm someone who has a few hundred viewers a stream, and, you know, I have to ask for things at different kinds of frequencies than maybe others do. If someone has 1,000 viewers on a stream and they don't have to ask for contributions, that's probably because there's more people giving them contributions, right?
You see, guys, I'm not popular, so instead of changing my ways to become more popular, I'm just going to demand that the people that are there pay me even more money so I can sustain the style of living that I'm accustomed to. Phil, you are really gross.
If you haven't noticed, in the last week, since more of you have started showing up and supporting, I don't ask for contributions. I don't have to.
Phil, you were whining about how your stupid chair setup stream wouldn't get a lot of support. That's asking for contributions indirectly. You are so full of it. You are nonsense.
If you guys would like to contribute, thank you. I'm not going to ask for anything. I would assume if ever there was going to be a stream that this would not do very well for me support-wise, it would be this one. I'm literally building things and building my office here for future streams. You know, I get it, you know, but if you would choose to support the stream, thank you in advance. If I see the tip, which I already got one, I'm going to shout out in a second. I'll shout it out. If there's a super chat, okay, or subs on Kick, I should already hear it. It should play through the speakers, so I should know that I need to shout it out. Why would I? You guys are supporting me. Why do I ask for anything? So it's direct cause and effect. You know what I'm saying? So thank you. Again, you guys have allowed me to improve dramatically in the last week. Is there something wrong with asking for contributions? No. If your audience is okay with the frequency and the way you do it, then that's fine. Mine was. It was my critics, my trolls, my detractors who didn't like it.
Phil, you banned so many people that you blew away a ton of your audience. You just didn't realize that because you were really focused on the small amount of people who would give you tons of money rather than having a large amount of people that would view your stuff. That's what you fail to understand in all of this. So yeah, a ton of your audience was not okay with your ebegging, and they either left or you banned them. And a lot of those people became detractors and trolls and raw Phil viewers. Nobody is okay with being constantly pestered for money, Phil. What are you talking about?
But for me, I don't like doing it. I hate doing it.
No, he loves doing it. If he hated doing it, he would not do it. He does it so frequently, and he loves it when he gets rewarded for it. If he hated doing it, he would not be live streaming any longer. He would have quit years ago. He doesn't exist on streams to play video games. He exists on streams to beg for you. So that's why he's having a lot of these weird rants recently, because he can't beg, or at least not excessively, because he's afraid that the asmongold tourists will stop giving him money, even though they're going to stop giving him money eventually because they're going to get so bored with him or just exhausted by his constant complaining.
I don't like asking for support at all.
Remember, guys, when you look at these thumbnails, DSP absolutely hates begging for money.
I wish I never have to do it ever again. So for a week I haven't had to do it. This has been my best content creation week in a decade.
Let me tell you what he really means. His best week of receiving money in a decade. His content has been the same as ever.
I'm not kidding you. I've enjoyed myself more this last week, just relaxing with you and having fun with games, than I have had in the last decade because I didn't have to ask for anything.
Yeah, Phil is having more fun than ever because the only thing he really cares about getting money is coming really easily. Wow. Yeah, listen up, you hardcore DSP fans who have been paying him money constantly for years. He doesn't really care about your support. He is throwing you to the wayside. He is saying, I want all these new people because they give me more money.
So now, let's keep that going. Let's keep that momentum. Let's stay positive. Let's enjoy games. Let's enjoy each other's company. Let's keep that momentum going. And let's just keep it chill. All right? Let's do it. Let's prove the internet wrong. The internet that said, you're not good enough. You don't make good enough content. Or you're nothing but an e-beggar. Let's show them different. Because for a week I haven't. And for this week, it's been one of the best weeks I've ever had. So, prove them wrong. Okay? Cool.
I like how Phil and how desperately he's trying to persuade people that he's changed and things like that is using the same old tired tropes over and over again. It's still about pitying him. It's still about him being poor and constantly needing your money. But now the onus is on you even harder because he's not gonna beg for you. You just gotta give him money automatically. You don't even get the entertainment of seeing him beg. You just gotta give him money. Yeah, this is gonna last forever. He's in this la la land thinking that he's going to have an infinite support of wealth from fans again and again and again for years to come. He thinks the asmongold tourists have signed onto a 30-year mortgage to pay Phil constantly. That's how he views streaming. That's how he views being a content creator on the internet when it's not the case. But since he's viewed it that way, he's found people that he's been able to scam and manipulate into giving him money because they are probably very vulnerable, impressionable people that will throw their money at anything, and DSP is taking advantage of that. Hey, what do I know? Alright everybody, I hope you enjoyed this video. This is Robust turning off the station. See you all next time. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe on your way out. Have a wonderful day.
Shout outs. We have a troll who did a $5 super chat demanding that I stop talking and start playing games. No. And apparently you'll send me money too.
It's going to be hilarious when this wellspring of support dries up and DSP will going to have to go back to the level 1 e-beggar that he's always been. He's going to be so angry. The crash out is going to be legendary.